I have a crazy announcement to make. I am no longer at rock bottom. Yay! no, but seriously, this is something that I have been thinking about lately. As somebody who has been to rock bottom a handful of times over the past few years, it is kind of a cool realization to realize that I am no longer there. And it actually does have some complications that come along with it. Overall, a plus, obviously, a net positive, if you will. Um, but something that I noticed at the beginning of my development journey was when you have nothing left, it's so easy to take those leaps of faith because everything behind you is burning down to the ground. So you have nothing else to do except for to walk into the unknown. There really is no safety behind you, so you're kind of pushed out on the ledge and you have no other option but to trust and fall and then continue from there. And so, as I kept finding myself at rock bottom over and over again, it was very easy for me to take that leap of faith every time. But I've been doing this journey of self-development and spirituality for my whole life, but it really kickstarted in 2019. So it's been over 4 years now. And at this point, I definitely have made a lot of progress to the point where it does impact my external world as well. Mainly my internal world, to be honest. But I'm noticing that, yeah, I kind of have a good thing going. I'm enjoying my life more than ever. I feel peace and I feel love just within myself, from that internal source. And so it's weird because I still come to the end of the chapter and I still have that leap of faith that I have to take at the end of every chapter, which is what bridges you into the next chapter. I don't really like to think of it as a test because I don't think that anyone is testing us. I don't know, that bothers me because then it puts in your head this kind of pass fail mentality, which I think is really negative. And I think however we choose to spend our life is a pass. You know, you're allowed to experience your life however you want. Even if you're not growing, you technically are. Like, we all are growing. So that is enough. But either way, there always is that end of the chapter where you either can choose to stay where you're at in safety for longer, or you can take the jump and go to the next thing. And it is really difficult when you start to love everything in your life. Like, all of the little moments are beautiful and you romanticize them. It's difficult to still take that leap into the unknown and walk away when the building is still standing and everything is still beautiful. Like, it's not rock bottom. There's no reason to jump ship. But still you have to in order to grow if that's the journey that you're on, which it is the journey that I am on, and I love it. But something I thought of the other day was that quote. There's a famous quote that says, "Wherever you go, there you are." And that's a good quote to remember, like, if you think that you have all these problems and they'll all be solved if you just go somewhere else. Most of the time, those problems have to do with you as a person, so no matter where you go, you're gonna have those same problems, just in a different font, right? So that's true, but the opposite is also true, where when you've done so much self-development on yourself and you're able to appreciate wherever you are, then wherever you go is going to be beautiful and amazing, and whoever you're with, you're going to have fun. And even if your external environment looks not the best on paper, you still will fill it up with that love energy, because the love is you, and it will become a better experience just by you being there. Because wherever you go, there you are. So that has brought me a lot of peace lately when I think about new chapters and taking leaps of faith. Just knowing that wherever I go, I will be there. So even though it's unknown to me now, every chapter to come for the rest of my life is always going to be a beautiful one. Even if it looks horrific from the outside, for me, I will always be looking out through the lens of who I am and the way that I see the world. And I'm actually really happy that I've been through so many awful things, because now I know that as I was changing, even like towards the end of those series of unfortunate events that happened, the last couple, like, they didn't even faze me. Like, I still went through a lot, and it still, like, psychologically had some effects, but the way that I perceived it and the way that I viewed its meaning was overall really positive and benefited me. And that's a choice. You can choose to translate or perceive events that happen as beneficial or hurtful to you, and then that is how they will be applied to you and your experience. So it's very interesting, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. But yeah, I guess I need to get comfortable not being at rock bottom. And I am, but it is surprising when I get to that end of the chapter and I'm like, wait, everything's not burning. This is crazy. But I'm excited, and that's progress, so yay.